biggest part about buying a house is you got to figure out how much you could buy, how much you could qualify for. You can't go out and look at houses and then go to a lender and see if you could afford it. You got to go to the lender first. New rules. Go to the lender first. Find out if you could afford a house. Today we have as a guest on our show Kevin Garrett, one of the best lenders in town, because he's honest.
Yes.
You get a lender who says, "Oh, I'll get you qualified for anything." You can't do that, right?
Can't do that. No. Yeah. What do you have to do as a lender? You know, I know me. I'm really honest with my clients. I want to educate them any way I can, give them all the information they need, for that way they can make a decision of quality, right? And one thing that I'm finding right now is a lot of agents are out there right now. They don't even know about a loan program that's been around a long time, but it's an old FHA loan program called a 203K loan. Now, with that loan, a buyer with a 640 or higher middle credit score, they can buy a home, bring in their own 3.5%, and guess what? They can have some upgrades done to the house. They can have the work done prior to they purchasing the house. All they need is a minimum of $5,000 worth of property repairs to do. That's the minimum for the program,
when
right?
you go buy a place that needs a roof or that needs some fixing up.
Exactly. And I'm talking to agent after agent who don't know, and they trying to tell people, no, it has to go conventional. And I'm like, no, it doesn't have to go conventional. You can sell it with an FHA loan that's a 203K, and they can get $50,000 worth of repairs. Now, here's how the process works. Let's say, for example, it's going to be an appraisal done on a property, right? So we're going to have an as-is appraisal, and then a future value of the appraisal, a value on the numbers once it's fixed up. Then we send in a contractor in there. They give a good estimate. The contractors have to limit the draws so they can get the money out of escrow, because that's where the money's going to go to repair it. And then the contractor does the work. We go back and sign off on everything, but that doesn't stop the closing. It still can close on time.
Close the escrow. Now, can you do the work yourself, or you have to have a contractor?
No, you have to have a licensed bonded contractor. I don't encourage anybody to do the work themselves, but I have heard, some things are done on their own. But, I don't encourage that, because I want to operate in integrity. So get you a licensed contractor who's licensed and bonded. Get a nice estimate done on that property. If you have a listing and you know the listing ain't going to go FHA, it could go FHA if it's less than $50,000 worth of work. If it's a minimum.
Under $50,000.
Well, there's a little bit of rules, but most of them don't need that much work, though, honestly, right? So you can probably gut the bathroom, gut the kitchens, do some paint, do some tile work, little stuff like that. With the 203 FHA loan, come in with your own 3.5% down. It's not a first-time homebuyer program. It's a totally different program. And have a decent enough credit score. You can buy that house that has the character that you want and do the painting, have the painting done the way you want it. You can have the roof done. You can put some energy efficient stuff in there on the house. If it needs windows, put the windows in there.
Get in a loan.
Put it in a
30
loan.
years, it's like this much difference.
18, 22, $30, even a pack of cigarettes.
But if you're going to buy the house and replace the windows later, where are you going to come up with $25,000 or something?
Where you get all that money from? Go ahead and buy a house like that, even though it needs some work. Get it from Mike Briggs and his team. And he'll tell you, he'll contact me, and we'll make sure your loan gets done. Even if your house is in the Tower District, we love the Tower Districts, by the way. And we'll make sure the house gets fixed up just the way you want it. Just have your 3.5% down and 640 credit score, and we'll give you the money to fix the house.
Well, I tell everybody this. Everybody wants a deal on a house. There's no deals on houses. If it's fixed up, everything's done, all the kitchen's remodeled, bathroom, there's no deal. It's going to sell for what it's worth.
What it's worth.
Only deals out there are those that you're describing that need to be fixed up.
Exactly.
Because people can't sell them, because people can't qualify to buy them. The only way they could do it is this 203K loan?
The 203K loan with your own 3.5% down and a 640 credit score. I'll give you the $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 you need to do your painting, change your roof, add new windows. What do you need done to the house?
And these are the only deals, because they can't get those houses sold. So you could buy it and get a deal on it. But here's the thing. You get to pick your carpet. You get to pick your countertop. You get to pick everything. Yeah,
this is a woman's dream, Mike. A woman would just love to say, no, I want my bathroom like that. I want my kitchen like that. And guess what? I'll have the contractor get in there and do just what that client wants. That's exciting when you think about it.
So if you're looking for a deal, this is the way. Used to be you'd buy a foreclosure, you'd this or that, but now there's no deals out there.
You got to contact Kevin Garrett and Mike Briggs, because we're going to make sure everything works right for you, and it's going to get painted on time. Everything has to work in a timely fashion, because we want you in the house as quickly as possible. Yeah. It's real easy.
Get it done. Now, if people try to do this themselves, you get the contractor, it's required,
right,
and he gets in there, boom, 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 boom. They know how to do it fast.
They know how to do it fast.
It's one day on this, or one day on that.
Exactly. And everybody wants to do one thing. get paid on time, right? No, the contractors make sure his money is going to be set aside. So there's going to be a limit to how many draws they can do when we do the offer, right, in the contract. But, let's say the contractor says it's going to cost $35,000 to do that work. Well, okay, what phase do you need the money? You need $10,000 this week, $10,000 that week? I'm only going to give you 3 draws to draw the entire amount, and you need to make sure each phase is done completely before you go back to escrow and get the money.
Back to get the next
phase of money. So everybody's going to get it done on time. Buyers are going to love it because they get exactly what they want.
Yeah.
Sellers are going to love it because they thought they couldn't sell their house.
Yeah.
But guess what? We're going to get it sold with a new loan. Find a way for you. We're going to get creative.
Now, first thing you got to do is got to get qualified and see how much you can borrow.
That's the first step. I mean, don't go out looking for homes and you haven't been to a lender yet. That just doesn't make sense.
Leads to heartbreak. It's better to break their heart up front than to go through months of looking and getting in escrow and tying up somebody's property. And
if you're self-employed, make sure you got all your ducks in a row. And what I mean by that is get your taxes done. You're self-employed. Don't try to manipulate the lender saying you make a bunch of money, because all I'm going to do as a lender is look at the facts. Give me the facts. I don't want no fraud. Just want facts. Just give me the truth, and we'll work with you from there.
And then besides you, there's the what do you call the underwriter?
Oh yeah.
They're on the other side of a wall. You don't get to go negotiate or bargain with
not
them.
at all.
They look at the black and white and see what you make, what exactly you make, what your debts are, what you can afford.
Exactly.
So find out in advance if you're going to buy a house. Call Kevin Garrett. You want an honest lender. How many times have you seen lenders go, "Oh, I'll get you a loan. Don't worry, I'll get you a loan." And in the end, you go through 3-month process, they can't get the loan.
And can't even close escrow. And that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I even tell my buyers what to expect, right? And I also tell them what not to do during the process. Because I want this.
Don't go buy a car, or even if you can afford it, you don't go borrow more money.
You don't go borrow more money. Another thing I tell them is don't try to refinance your car because your debt ratio is a little off. Don't go and have another hard inquiry on your credit because you want to refinance your car.
Talk to the lender first.
Talk to the lender
first. If you're thinking of buying a car, well, talk to the lender.
Go talk to the lender. And if there's a thing we can do, how we can play the game with the credit report and how we can get your scores up in the next billing cycle, I have a tool to show you exactly what you need to pay down, how much you need to pay down to get your score at X number, or 700, 600, 680, whatever. I can tell you before you do anything, get your credit score up. So don't wait until the last moment and just try to manipulate the system. It doesn't work that way because, like you said, there's people behind the scenes. They're underwriters. All they see is numbers in your file. You're not even a person. You're just a piece of
numbers.
person.
Numbers have to add up.
Numbers got to make sense, and now I have to go back to you and tell you, well, the underwriter wants this. But working with me, I'm going to try to give you as much information up front, so when I turn your file over, the underwriter's going to say, approved, give me a prelim, give me an appraisal, let's close the escrow. That's what we want to do. That's what we do all the time. We close them in 20 days or less, and I'm loving it.
Now, you mentioned the Tower District. I'm going to ask you some specific things. We have people who work in the Tower. They're bartenders. They're waitresses. They make a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. Tips are good.
They get all those tips.
Are you kidding me?
And, but they stay at this job, bartender, then the next 6 months later they shift over to this place. 6 months later they shift to this place. And I ask them, why don't you buy a house while you're renting? They go, oh, I've only been on the job 6 months.
Well, I want those clients. I really want those clients. It kind of reminds me of a real estate agent, go from office to office. If I can have a paper trail, that's all I need is a paper trail of their income and their employment. If there's a gap in employment for 6 months, well, guess what? We're going to write a letter explaining to the underwriter. They got other job offers, but that wasn't the right one for them. And, now this new job offer, they decided to accept that one. That's why they was on unemployment for a short period of time. And so we can explain the gaps in income and the gaps of employment. I love people like that, because those are good, hard-working people.
There's people out there paying $1,500 or $2,000 a month rent in the Tower when they could be owning their house.
They should be buying a house today, especially if they have good credit. And you don't have a bunch of money, you got good credit, you got a 640 credit score, I'm going to give them 5%. Just have them call Kevin Garrett at BKG Lands, and I'll give you the 5% for your down payment. Well, 3.5% of that's going to go for the down payment. The other 1.5 comes in for the closing costs. Right. But, they got to put some skin in the game.
Sure.
Show me you're serious about buying a home. I'm going to put you on track for being a homeowner.
Well, one thing, you own the home, you get the tax break.
Oh, my goodness. That's a
giant
beautiful
tax break
thing.
first. And then I bought my first home here in the Tower for $50,000.
Right.
Sold it 6 years later for $100,000. I lived for free. I didn't pay rent. You say, well, you're paying that payment. It's just like rent. No, because it's your piggy bank. You get to withdraw all that out.
It's like a big bank account.
You're living for free. That's the only way. It's the only break that people get if you're don't have your own business.
Right.
Your own business, you write stuff off. But if you're a worker and you work for someone, there's no tax breaks except for buying a house.
Exactly. Yeah. Back in the day, you can write off interest on credit cards. That's a long time ago. Those days are gone. But you know what? If somebody wants to buy a home now, they need to give Kevin Garrett a call. Go to my website, BKG Lens. Even if you're a realtor out there, I got some educational material. Go to the realtor section, realtor education. I talk about appraisals, what FHA and VA appraisals look for. If you're doing a VA loan, I tell you what the non-allowables are. I'm going to teach an agent. And if you need to get help on even writing the offer, give me a call or give Mike a call. We're going to make sure your transaction is going to close on time, because that's what we do, and we have a passion for it. We love it.
Want a loan, get a loan. Find out if you could get a loan. Now, somebody hears this story. They say, wow, I'm paying $2,000 a month rent. I could buy a place for $1,500.
Yeah.
It's free to find out, right?
It's free to
It's
find
free
out.
to call Kevin Garrett and find out.
Sit down with me. Let's go over your numbers to see what your situation's like, and we're going to find out exactly what you can do with very little money out of your pocket. That's the best part, and it's free. Just call.
But think of this: they're paying $2,000 a month rent. They buy a house for $1,500 a month. That's a $500 a month raise. Then you wait to see the tax savings.
Oh my goodness,
But,
that's huge.
Yeah, I almost paid no taxes because
That's huge.
writing off the
That's
interest.
huge. That's huge.
Kevin Garrett, what's the web address again? BK Lens?
Well,
BKG, Brother Kevin Garrett.
Brother Kevin Garrett.
Brother Kevin Garrett Lens.
BKGLens.com. That's my website. Got a lot of information for me. You can register for a free home buying workshop. If I don't get your registration, just send me your information. We can talk one-on-one. We'd love to discuss with you your options. Got a lot of different tools and tricks out there. We can help you get into a home really, really quickly. We can close a transaction in 15 days. 15 days.
By the way, if you're watching, you're at work or something, you can't take this info down, call us here at Central Valley Talk. I'll give you Kevin's direct phone number. Is that all right?
Oh, sure.
559-260-7950. Kevin.
Absolutely.
Brother Kevin Garrett Lens.
Absolutely.
We'll be back with more Central Valley real estate right after this.